what do you do with the poop? So impressed. If you leave it on the floor. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Akoya. I make lifestyle, motherhood, and homemaking videos. Today, I'm going to be doing a cloth diaper video. I actually need to wash my cloth diapers, so I'm going to take you through the whole process of washing them step by step. And then at the end of the video, I'll have kind of like a Q&A style thing where I answer a lot of the questions you guys have been leaving for me in the comments of my other videos. If you haven't checked those out, I will leave the playlist at the end of this, but today's video is going to focus mostly on getting and keeping your diapers clean. So let's get right into it because I need these done ASAP. So now we're in the laundry room. I have a front load high efficiency washer and dryer. I've got my bag of diapers. As you can see, I just leave them hanging so they're getting airflow through the top and also through this semi-permeable bag. If you leave it on the floor, you will notice it gets like wetness underneath it, but I like to take my bag here. See, we're gonna take and my hands underneath, I'm gonna open it and kind of start pulling that back, and then I just keep pulling on the edge and pushing my hand underneath so the bag ends up inside out. Then I grab it, pull it back the right way, use the bag to push the diapers in. Now let's get our agitators. And I just store those in a wet bag here, and we're going to toss them in with our stuff. So all of those go in. I use 2 sets from Assembly. I'll leave that linked down below. Very important. There's also a different kind you can get off Amazon a different kind that work really well. Now we're going to put in our washing powder. If you're using the Assembly washing powder, which is my preferred one, the first batch of washing gets 1 scoop. So let's find that. Okay, it gets 1 scoop of washing powder in the first load. I don't have quite the right scoop right now, but then for my washing machine, I find it's really best to do heavy duty, but you can also do normal on like your hotter temperature. They suggest a quick wash, but for me, I find quick wash in this machine does not get like enough water in there. So I do normal or heavy duty depending. I have a small load, so I'm just gonna do normal. If I had a full load, like all my diapers were getting washed, definitely heavy duty. Now, I like the Assembly washing powder best. I will link it below. The only problem I've found is it has become a solid. Like, let me show you. Solid block, hard compressed. So my husband's been having to pound this outside to break it up, and then I just put it in here, and let me show you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but there's like humongous chunks in here, and this is after I pound up some of it, but I'm gonna try it in this bucket. I'll update you in the next video on how that works. Okay, let's take a step out of the laundry space since that's getting washed. It's probably a little loud. Hopefully it's not as loud out here. But the other washing powder that I've been finding works pretty decent is the Molly Suds. I will leave this specific one that I'm using down in the link below. Everything will be from Amazon just because that's the only thing I can link yet. When I get some more subscribers, I can hopefully link things through like to know or other things, but I know most of you probably use Amazon, and I do love the subscription feature on Amazon, especially for things like diaper washing supplies. Then, as I was saying, agitation is extremely important in getting your diapers clean. So the initial wash, the agitation, and then also keeping your washing machine clean. That's probably something you guys are wondering about. So I'll tell you a little more about that at the end of the video. But I do wash my washing machine at least once a month, depending on how much dirty clothes and dirty laundry or diapers I'm doing. Sometimes it's even every other week I will wash that. So we'll jump back when this loads done washing, and we'll do our second wash. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna do the Q&A right now while my kids are napping, and then we'll catch back up with the whole washing and stuff, and we'll finish up the cycle. I'm just gonna kind of answer everything that I feel like gets asked anytime people hear that I cloth diaper. Is it gross? I feel like it could be gross. Well, here's the deal. You're changing a diaper. That can be considered gross, but that's gonna be the same whether it's a cloth diaper or a disposable. You're still gonna have to like clean your kid's butt, do all the things, wipe them down, touch the diaper more than you'd prefer. Like, it's just what it is, okay? Now, is a dirty diaper that's cloth more gross than a dirty diaper that is a disposable? I would say no. If anything, it's almost less gross, and here's why. The cloth diapers have that nice shell on them. I have only had one poop explosion out of a cloth diaper, and that was because I didn't get it like clipped correctly. I just wasn't paying attention, and I had done it loose and had like part of it sticking out. It was nothing to do with the actual cloth diaper, just me putting it on. Now, with disposable diapers, every time my kids have pooped, I've had poop out the side, up the back, through the clothes, through the side of the clothes, onto me, like just absolutely disgusting. So honestly, I think for like poop explosions, especially, the cloth diapers do a much better job containing it, especially the ones that I like to use, and I will again link all of that stuff down below if you want to check it out. But this is all about washing it, so it's your personal preference. I would say the ones I picked I feel like work better for especially boys. I think some of the styles where they're more of a pocket style seem convenient until you think about like the cleaning of them, trying to get things apart or re-put back together is a little more difficult, but also just the way that they are sandwiched, I feel like pulls the fabric away on the edges around the legs, in which you would have a similar situation probably as your disposable diapers with the pooping, especially before it becomes solid. What do you do with the poop? I know that was my biggest question and concern before I switched over to mostly cloth diapering, was what do you do with the poop? Like, do you put that in the washing machine? Do you put it in the garbage? Do you put it in a bag and then the garbage, the toilet? You know, what is the play with that? And what I do for the newborns, anytime before they're eating solids, their poop is mostly runny, and it will totally wash out in your washing machine. You don't have to do anything. You either just take it off, put it in that bag, you're done. Now, as the poop becomes more solid, it gets a little more tricky. I find the worst time to cloth diapers actually that transition before your child is fully or majority eating solids. They've just started trying them, and the poop starts to become semi-solid, semi-liquid, I would say that's like the grossest time because it's kind of sticky, kind of not. But pretty much if it plops off of the diaper, that's when you would put it in the toilet and flush it, and then everything that stays on the diaper should, in theory, be able to be washed. Now, I am running into a situation now where my son is eating more solid foods, but isn't always having solid poop. And with that, I'm finding that I'd like more of a spatula. I'm gonna have a spatula now specifically for that, just to flick off, because sometimes there is a good chunk, but it's just surrounded by a little more sticky, whatever, TMI. But you know what? If you're a mom, if you're gonna be doing diapers, it's better to just know it now. So that is what I do for the poop. I have tried spraying it. I've had a sprayer pail. I've had like the bidet sprayer. I've had a shield for it. I will link those items down below in case that is what you want to do. But what I've found is it doesn't really get the poop off. It mostly just creates little poop particle sprays, even with the special pail, the sprayer, the shield, all of it. It just flicks up, it gets your whole toilet dirty, and then your diapers are super soggy, which I feel like degrades the fabric much quicker and just makes for overall a disgusting experience. So that's what you do with the poop. Then the other big question is, do they smell? And I would say I wash my diapers every 3.5 days. So for my schedule, I like to wash twice a week. When I had less diapers, I washed 3 to 4 days a week. It was every like 2.5 days. So it'd be like 2 days and then in the morning, 2 days, then in the morning. That was a lot of washing. So if you watch my video where I tell you about size 1 diapers and how many you need and everything, I'll leave that up in the cards. Or if you watch my one, it will be up probably after this video. I'll be doing size 2 because my son's almost 1 now, so I've done the whole season. I now know like yes or no on the amount I had. I just really didn't want to make that video until I knew for sure, because I would never want to encourage you to buy more than you need, or to give you a like, this is for sure everything, and then it's not enough and you only budgeted for a certain amount. You know, I wanted to give you the best information I could. So with that being said, that'll be the following video. Everything will end up in my cloth diapering playlist. So if you're looking for any specific things, you can go to that, and that will be at the end of the video and also in the description. But enough about that. With the smell, I find that they do have a smell, like, oh, what is that, by the 3rd day. And I live in Florida. It's humid. It's 75 in my house a lot of the time. I never really noticed a smell when we lived in Wyoming, where it's dry and cool to cold, and like my house stayed more around the 70-degree mark. Like the cooler it is and the less humid, the less you will notice a smell. And I feel like the colder and drier, the less smell. But it's never a smell that is unbearable or like you have nasty diapers until here, I would say by 3.5 days, it's like, yeah, I'm getting to need to wash the diapers. But when I had my first son, I only did disposable diapers, and I couldn't even leave the diapers that I used in his room. If there was a poop, it had to go outside immediately. Like it was getting put in a plastic bag, tied up and outside immediately, or it just absolutely smelled horrendous. Where when you have a newborn baby pooping in a cloth diaper and you put that in your diaper bag, it does not smell. Like it does not have that same disgusting, it does not smell. It really doesn't. And I've had friends come over and be wondering, and I'm like, you know what, you should just come in and see for yourself, because obviously we all have different opinions, but I feel like as a postpartum mom, your sense of smell is heightened to the extreme. and being pregnant too. But I have never thought that that smell of cloth diapers, dirty cloth diapers, was unbearable. It's barely noticeable. Honestly, people don't normally even notice if my child poops in their cloth diaper, where immediately when they poop in a disposable, you're like, that's bad. That's really stinky. I recognize it because I'm with him a lot, but other people will not recognize the cloth diaper smell of pee or poop at all. I think that they actually smell way better, almost undetectable. So I don't worry about the smell at all. Once you get in a routine of washing your diapers, I think that that's actually pretty easy. I normally just plan that that's a home day. So for my diapering routine, I like to wash the diapers twice a week. That's what I found very manageable, very easy, doesn't interrupt the flow of our week. And I normally do Tuesday mornings, and then I'll plan to do like school, maybe a baking project, clean my home, like those types of things. So I know I'm home, I'm available to check in on the diapers, because you do have to do 2 washes and dry them. And for me, mine don't fully dry in one cycle. So I end up needing to do like an hour time dry and then a little bit longer. And I'll show you guys exactly what I'm doing again at the end of the video. That for the morning, and then I'll do Friday afternoon. So the diapers will be drying by the time, if we wanted to do something with our friends, we could leave the house and they'd be drying, and they'll be ready by Saturday morning. And normally Saturday morning we're at home for a little bit of time, and I have the perfect amount of time to like fold up the diapers. Or if we wanted to go on a trip, I would just, like for the weekend, I would just start the diapers a little bit earlier Friday so that they're dried by the time we're ready to go. And if they're not fully dried, it's fine, because I'll just pull out all the driest ones and like lay out the not as dry ones once we get to our destination. So there's plenty of ways to work around those things. And then I think I've mentioned this in every one of my videos, but cloth diapering does not have to be end all be all, I only cloth diaper. Right now, I actually have been using some more disposable diapers, as we are getting kind of near a potty training thing, and been a little more here, there, and everywhere, and it's been a little harder to keep up with my schedule. I am normally out of my house 3 to 4 days, like for 3 to 4 days, but I try to do that, you know, in between my wash things. So freshly wash and then get back in time to wash so that we can cloth diaper. And we've been almost exclusively cloth diapering for, I think we did 10 months. Yeah, we even went to my husband's family's for a whole entire month, and we cloth diapered the whole entire time, all the way, our 2-day road trip and everything. So I'm telling you, if you want to exclusively cloth diaper, you totally can. But if you want to use some disposable diapers, there is no harm in that. I really think like anything you can do to try it is great. I would even say, if you're on the fence, get the cloth diapers for the newborn stage. I think that that is actually the easiest time to cloth diaper. The only time I've not cloth diapered is like that. I normally buy like 1 box of size 1, because I have big babies, size 1 diapers. So that's like a week to a week and a half. They normally get out of that really black poop stage. And also, like, sometimes you have to use like some petroleum things, and those can make your diapers kind of gross. And I feel like in sleep deprivation, you don't want to be having to like troubleshoot any diaper cleaning situations. So I just like to use not cloth for that amount of time, and then I go into cloth. And even if they're still having some of that more blacky, meconium-y like poop, it honestly comes out great. All the newborn poop comes out fantastically. You don't have to do anything with it. The pee diapers, anything, nothing. It's just honestly so easy. So hopefully that answered most of your questions about cloth diapering. We're back in the laundry room. We're gonna do our second wash on the diapers. So if I open them, honestly, I don't have enough in here for them to really smell, but normally you can tell that they haven't been washed twice. I know this for sure because when my brother or his girlfriend are up here, they will ask me if the diapers get washed again. If they have only been washed once, because they will have like a slight smell. It is not like a disgusting smell, it's just not a clean smell. So now we're going to put in 2 scoops of our washing powder. Close her up. Agitators are still in. Everything's in. I didn't even touch it. Turn it on. We're going to do my heavy duty cycle on like a medium high heat. Start it up, and in 2 hours we'll be back to put them in the dryer. They should be smelling nice and fresh. Easy peasy. Okay, while we're in here, let me quick show you what I'm using to clean the washing machine. I've really been liking these. Super easy to use and a lot cleaner than some of the other things on the market. And then I've been storing my vinegar, just the kitchen vinegar, in this. It has like a little sealed top. You can actually use this as a fabric softener in your normal wash. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned when I put the diapers in or in the Q&A portion, but you do not want to use fabric softener on your cloth diapers. That's going to create a film that repels liquid water specifically, so the pee's not going to stick, and you want your diapers to be as absorbent as possible. The more you wash them, your diapers become more and more absorbent. So older diapers will actually be more absorbent than freshly bought diapers and cotton, especially if you avoid softener. Now, I don't use any softener in my washing machine, and I would suggest that you don't use any softeners in your washing machine, even for your clothes, because that is going to create a film on your clothes, and that's something that can hold on to smells, dirt, and also just reduce the breathability of your general clothing, and also leave a film and residue in your washing machine that could in turn be left in your diapers, making them not perform as well as you would like them to. I'm going to make some supper for my kids now, and then I will join back with you probably once I've put them down for bed. We'll be throwing these diapers into the dryer, and we'll be in the final stage of our cloth diaper washing. It is like at 9 p.m. I got my kids in bed. My baby needed some extra cuddles today. He just popped his like next lower tooth in, so it's a little later. Probably could have gotten this stuff switched before, but it really doesn't matter. I think it'll go well, but we're just going to toss everything into the dryer now. Smells fresh, almost like laundry detergent, but not like scented laundry, just fresh. Okay, before I get this dryer started, a few tips here. Leave your washing machine open so it doesn't get like that musty mildew smell. Make sure you have your lint thing cleaned out for efficient drying. I like to be in the routine of I just clean it right before I start the next load, but either way, just get in a routine of that. This is with or without doing diapers, but do that. And then also make sure when you do switch over your diapers, you just put everything in the dryer. We're not sorting out anything. I shouldn't have to flick anything. The only time I would say that I would check diapers is like that first time you wash, to make sure that you are in fact getting them really clean. If you haven't watched my other videos already, I talk about how I have like these, let me just show you. So my diapers have like, this is the inner part, and it kind of has multiple layers, and there's stitching in there. So I have these liners that keep the baby's butt like drier, but I put them on the end where the poop would be, so if there is a poop, it keeps it from getting in those stitch lines. So instead of putting it in the front where they pee, I just use it as like a poop stopper, kind of. And that also makes it a lot easier for it when you're doing like your poop dump or scrape. That is way easier for it to come off of. Then we're just going to put these in the dryer using the timed dry setting. That way they will actually dry. If you do the like auto dry, I find they just don't get as dry as you want, and then they may only run for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So I do a full hour, then I come back and I will check and see. Sometimes they need no more time, sometimes they need 20 minutes, sometimes it's 40. It really depends on how many diapers I have and how wet they are or humid it is outside. So this load is really small. I'm thinking the hour should be more than plenty, but if not, we will check it then. So I'll either check right before I go to bed if I end up staying up that late, or I'll just check them right away in the morning before the kids come down. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I hope today I was able to answer all your burning questions about cloth diapering, and you have realized it's not that hard and it's not that gross, and you are prepared to get those diapers clean and tidy, and you have a better idea of a routine that you could implement in your home. If you do have more questions, make sure you leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video or found something super helpful. I'd love to know that too. And if you have other ideas or things that have worked for you, please also leave that as a comment, because this is a community of cloth diapering or soon to be cloth diapering mamas, and we really need to help and encourage each other, because sometimes, you know, you just need a little extra help in that. So make sure you leave your comments down below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and then follow that playlist if you are looking for more cloth diapering information. As always, thank you for being here, and I hope you have the most blessed day. We'll see you in the next one.